game number 7 for RCB as we take on the Knight Riders from Kolkata. KKR are off a humdinger as they snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, and RCB were top class against arch rivals the Chennai Super Kings. It's now time for KKR against RCB as we head to the historic Sharjah Stadium for the very first time. What's up guys, you're watching Centerfruit presents RCB 12th Man TV, and we're going to start off with a little trip down memory lane. Not long ago, RCB versus KKR at the Eden Gardens, an away game for RCB. We saw the might of the batting lineup. It was King Kohli at his very best. A 58-ball 100 really was batting of the highest quality, and Moeen Ali gave the King plenty of assistance. 66 runs from just 28 deliveries. It was brutal hitting, and he absolutely took Kuldeep Yadav apart. In the end, RCB put up a daunting 213 for 4. KKR had some of the biggest hitters in the game, but even that wasn't good enough for them to chase this down. An emphatic win for RCB and plenty for RCB fans to cheer. In our opposition watch segment, time to take a quick look at what we're up against. KKR, their bowling unit, Shivam Mavi, Kamlesh Nagarkoti, they've been fast, they've been impressive, and amongst the wickets for sure. And then you add the pace and experience of Pat Cummins, that's already a formidable bowling unit. Not to forget the death overs of Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan's miser spells. And as far as the batting is concerned, Shubman Gill, he's been amongst the runs, making the headlines, consistent as always. Rahul Tripathi's promotion to the top of the order, that's worked wonders for KKR. And there's a certain Owen Morgan who's amongst the runs as well. And well, Sunil Narayan, Andre Russell yet to fire. KKR always have their bases covered and are always one of the biggest threats in the IPL. But the challengers will certainly be up for the task. Big players means big contests, and one of the big ones will certainly be Sunil Narayan to AB de Villiers. Narayan has done very well in the past to contain some of the best batsmen in the world. Captain Dinesh Karthik has introduced him very smartly when the batsmen are trying to switch gears. But can he contain Mr. 360? Who will win this battle? Will it be the South African or the West Indian? This is going to be an enticing one. Another battle to watch out for. How about Pat Cummins to Virat Kohli? The best versus the best. Pat Cummins comes into this competition with a big reputation and an even bigger price tag. He may not be in the top wicket takers at the moment, but he will certainly use this opportunity to prove why he is one of the best in the business. And on the other hand, Virat Kohli, well, what can we say? The man is ever ready for a battle and is ever ready to take on the best in the game and emerge victorious. This is going to be one hell of a contest. And last but not the least, what about Yuzi Chahal bowling to Andre Russell? The short boundaries at Sharjah, the big muscles of Andre Russell, and the magic of Yuzi Chahal. Yuzi has spent most of his IPL career outfoxing the best batsmen at the Chinnaswamy. How he bowls in Sharjah is going to be interesting to see, and an important point to note is that RCB will be playing their first game at Sharjah this season. And finally, the head-to-head numbers. 24 matches between RCB and KKR, and the Knight Riders are slightly ahead in the race. 14 matches in favor of the men in purple and 10 matches to RCB. We're really hoping we can reduce the gap with this upcoming game. 12th Man Army, are you ready? It's the men in purple against the men in red. It's Virat Kohli versus Dinesh Karthik, and we're all set for an absolute run fest to kickstart our week.